Welcome back guys to another video where today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my experience running the Beetle of all cars. Now if you're wondering kind of why I'm running the Beetle, this was kind of like a special event to test out like new regulations for next season. And I was like, okay, let's do the Beetle. And I put like a My Little Pony thing on it, so if it looks pink and bright, that's basically why. So yeah, now if you're wondering why the title's like try not to get bored, this race was extremely boring, and if you watch the live stream, I mean, you can kind of see why, because it was non-stop, just nothing, no action until I think 20 minutes ago. Maybe it improved, but that's why you're gonna see such a large gap in like laps and stuff. So yeah, just prepare yourselves for probably one of the worst races, the least entertaining races you've ever seen. I think this might even be worse than a Monaco Grand Prix from I don't know which year. This year was kind of interesting, but I think it was 2021 where it's just so boring. But yeah, hopefully you guys don't get bored. We are for the start of the race. You're gonna see that I don't think we even gain any positions, but we'll find out shortly here as we get a pretty good run. Not too bad. As you can see, Sweet Snacks Cafe. A little bit of chaos out in front. 3 wide into turn 1. Polish just about gets almost off the track there. Rob passes us. They're 3 wide behind us. I think someone makes contact here. Yeah, Niati just goes on the grass. I don't know what Key was doing there. Maybe he just got a little bit of lag right there. But there are 3 drivers, or more like 2 drivers, that we're kind of on the lookout. So Cornholm, who's currently in first place, he was our main. I mean, he usually starts in the back because it's more entertaining, but one of the champions from like a couple of seasons ago actually joined, and he's right behind us. That's Ari Philo. He's like one of the best drivers I know, so very, very interesting. As you see here, they're going 2 wide through here. It's just crazy. Y-Bear just goes a little on the grass, loses some time. Then here comes Ari Philo. He tries to make an overtake, and then just, I don't know what to say. We'll watch that again here. So we get a horrible exit. Like, we just go really wide. And then Ari Philly makes kind of like, yeah, I think Polish kind of turned in on him. He's like, but Polish, I don't know if he expected, because we were behind Polish, and then Ari Philo just gets a huge run on us. So I don't know if he was expecting that, but that's kind of the first lap for you guys. So we didn't gain any positions at all, but we will, and then it'll be very interesting. As you see, Ari Philo just very fast, just rockets through the field, and then goes off the track, and I think we actually maybe take a position here. Let's see here. I think he might dive bomb us. No, he's gonna, I think he might have made contact a little bit on his screen, but then he's just gonna make a move here into turn 2, I'm pretty sure. And then I was like, right now I'm not gonna find him, because for him just to be able to do that, yeah, he's a lot faster than us. So that's basically lap 1. So riding on board with Alpha, or Kega. I just like to call him Alpha because it's his old username. You can see he's really lagging. I don't know if he just, I mean, he's really lagging. He goes off the track, and then we're right behind. There he is to the left. Just about goes right before we hit him, but luckily he just goes, so that's really good. Now this is a good time to show off our little paint scheme, My Little Pony, of course, with the American version of whoever that character is. We got Friendship Games, and then you got that little, I don't know if that's like colors for all the main characters, I'm not entirely sure. But you got Sweet Snacks Cafe, and I think that's everything about this car. But you can see it's really pink, and then you can see from Lucky Dog's POV, I mean, that's just an absolute horror. But whenever we do like special events, I just run the Beetle because it's such a cursed car, and you can do so much with like the livery and stuff. So yeah, so now we have Lucky Dog behind us, and we're up one. See Rob in front of us. Someone else disconnected in front of us, so we're actually up in the 6th place. But here comes Rob into this very weird paint into this really weird pit lane where you kind of have to go through a chicane. But we make it past him pretty easily here, up in the 5th place. Now what our strategy was for fuel, we could make a one-stop work pretty easily. I was actually very surprised in how far this car could go. So we were aiming for a one-stop, but I was like, I want to stretch out those mediums as far as you can. So, and then I could go on a soft tire. Because a lot of people I knew were going to make 2 stops, so if we can stop us from making 2 stops, I think we might make some positions up in the end. But we'll see if that pays off. But we do gain 1 position from Rob. And now we have Arifillo and Cornhold. Arifillo already made it in the 2nd place. I mean, he's lap 20, so he should be there. But they had a pretty good battle throughout the race. But, I mean, it was pretty boring on our side. So now you can see 7 laps later, on lap 27 here, we see Rob is right behind us. He was the one who pitted, and we gained a position on. So he's on our back bumper. He's waiting for a mistake to happen. And we just go a little wide. That causes him to have to look at our livery, but also causes him to get a pretty good exit here. But we kind of defend, but he goes for the crossover move. We get a little bit of oversteer. But we go back into 6th place, but I think, I'm pretty sure this is Canadian. We'll call him the Canadian. I keep forgetting his username, but you see here, the Canadian on pressure. Now, we just about barely get past him here, and I think he's on the medium tire, so you see how much he actually gains on us here, and I think he makes a little contact there. Side by side. I don't think he wants to look at their livery for long, as we're going to round board with Porsche. He crosses the pit lane, entry line, or some line. Porsche makes a little contact with us, but he goes past us pretty easily there, and we go down into 7th position. But I know here that the Canadian guy, he will be kind of, I think we might be able to get over him because he has a 3-second tire penalty. Usually that means that you're going to lose 4 seconds at most tracks. So I wasn't too worried, but we were approaching our fuel well. See, now you can see I think gained some time on the Canadian guy. I don't think we made past him, but we did gain some time on him. And you see here, this is one of the reasons why I like Brands Hatch, because there's not a lot of runoff on. And you see here, you get super close to that grass, and Canadian guy just goes on the grass, spins out. Really feel bad for him, but in the end, he's on newer tires. I don't think he loses any positions. No, because Posh is he's getting lapped actually right now, so he's actually losing way more time to the Canadian guy. But you can see here, our lefts are completely dead, but our rights still have some life in them, but I think we're going to be pitting this time by, and this was a real question. Was the one-stop popular? Right? Because I've never been in a car that could last this long. Usually I would have to pit around 20 minutes into the race. Right now, we are 41 minutes into the race, so very big surprise for us. We get a little oversteer, and I'm like, yeah, we need to pit, because I think this is our final lap. I think we just about make it on fuel here. And you're going to see, this very weird chicane layout. I actually didn't practice for the chicane at all, so I don't even know if we can go like flat out like most tracks. I try not to cut the line. We barely make it off the line, or barely make it off the wall there. And you see here, we go for the soft tire to the end. We should be able to make it on a soft tire easily. You see here, Posh is entering the final corner here. You can see that we're fueling up currently. Here we go. I think we make it just about. The Canadian guy makes it through. I'm not too surprised at that. But you see Posh, we're able to make it front. Now he's on the medium tire, so he's going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage. Well, we're on the soft tire. We're in the Beetle, so it's, I mean, like, come on. There's not a lot we could do, but we still got Posh behind us, so we still have to do this. This is one of the most interesting parts, because you got Niati in front. He's a lapped car, but we're also getting lapped from Cornhole, who's currently in 2nd place. So this is a very weird scenario, because Niati has to give the spade. He has to give kind of the position to like get out of the way, and I also have to get out of the way. So you can see here, Miati pulls off after this corner. Good for him, thank you. But then I don't think he realizes that Cornhole's right there. So then he kind of goes back in the line. I think he realizes it. He kind of underestimates that gap. But he also gets out of the way. And then I think we wait a little bit. So there's Cornhole. He gets past Niati. Thank you, Niati, in the end. That was very kind. And then you see here, Cornhole's now behind us. I can't believe how bright that literally is. But we still got around 5 minutes to go in this race. So this is probably the most interesting part of the race here. Because, I mean, it's kind of like a battle. But he's on the medium tire, we're on the soft tire, so we have a little bit of an advantage, but I mean, he's way faster than us. You see here, we give the position back, but I don't lead that easy here. As now you see here, we actually keep up with him, and for the final lap, I'll show you kind of how we stay up with him. So, we'll see you guys. Yeah, remember when I said that I kept up with him? That's him out front. I think this is 2 laps later, or maybe 3 laps later. So we actually, in the end, didn't keep up with him that much. But I mean, for the Beetle, I think we did a relatively good job. But yeah, here's the final lap in the race. We predict our strategy perfectly. But I mean, we, in the end, gained 2 positions, and that's because we had one person crash and then disconnect, and then the other person just disconnected in front of us. So technically we should have maybe not gained 2 positions in the end. But I mean, we still had some good moments, I guess. I know this video is going to be really short. I don't know yet, but I know it's going to be pretty short. But you see here, Arifilo wins the race, and then Cornhole finishes 2nd, Willie finishes in 3rd, I think that's Texan, 4th is Rob, 5th is the Canadian guy. We had some moments with him, that was nice. Keytop's in 7th, Connor Posh in 8th, not sure, oh he probably just, I don't know, I think he spun across the line. Miati in 9th, Big D in 10th, Lucky Dog in 11th, and then there were some other guys. As you can see here, I don't know what the yellow flags were for. I think it might have been Posh, but not sure. But we finished in 6th position, not too bad. But I mean, it was still a good race. Will I pick the Beetle for the next season? Probably not. But I think in the end there, we had a relatively good race for driving a Beetle. But in the end, I think maybe next season we'll definitely pick a better car. But news about this weekend, so it will be preseason testing, but I won't be able to live stream because I'll be away from the house, so I won't be able to live stream, but I might be able to record a video next week, so just expect that. Maybe, usually I upload videos just somewhere midweek, usually before maybe Thursday or Friday, so yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys didn't click off and get bored. I think the live stream is definitely a lot more interesting because I just talk to myself or talk to some people for the most of the race. But we didn't have a voice chat in the end because there's like 13 drivers, but I mean, most of them were just basically having fun. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Maybe. I've kind of enjoyed racing. I mean, it was kind of fun racing in the Beetle, but yeah, hopefully you guys have a good day or good night or good morning. So see you guys later.